The Five on Your Side I-Team getting new reaction tonight to the indictment of an ex-FBI agent hired to investigate former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens.
Today, the attorney for William Tisaby said his client is not only innocent of any criminal wrongdoing, but the victim of a racially motivated grand jury. Five on Your Side investigative reporter Jacob Long was there for his public comments and reports live at the Carnahan Courthouse downtown.
Right, defense attorney Jermaine Wooten was across the street earlier today on the steps of the Carnahan with a number of supporters making the argument that his client William Tisaby and St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner, who personally hired Tisaby last year sometime to help investigate the Greitens case, are both being targeted intentionally, he says, by the white legal establishment in St. Louis because they're black.
These are charges that we've never seen in this jurisdiction. This circuit have never seen these charges. Why are they being charged now?
Ask the people who gathered on the steps of the Carnahan Courthouse Tuesday the answer to that question, and this is what they'll tell you.
I think the community in St. Louis has spoken. They believe this is racially motivated.
On Monday, a 33-page grand jury indictment was unsealed, charging 66-year-old William Tisaby with 6 counts of perjury and 1 count of tampering with evidence, charges that stem from a March 2018 deposition leading up to the now failed prosecution of former Governor Eric Greitens. Tisaby is accused in part of lying under oath and hiding documents from the Greitens defense team. Tisaby's attorney says his client is innocent.
There was some information that may have been understood throughout the deposition, but he maintains he never lied throughout that deposition.
Supporters are also lodging new complaints of racial bias against police and the special prosecutor appointed to handle Tisaby's case and the ongoing investigation of Gardner's office. Mr. Pruitt, is this all happening because the city elected its first black female prosecutor?
Absolutely. It's happening because of that.
The head of the city's chapter of the NAACP says authorities are dragging their feet on investigating threats against Gardner from Greitens' defense team, further eroding their trust, he says, in the system.
We have no faith any longer in the police department. We don't have any faith in the justice system. We don't have any faith in the courts.
Now, Gardner supporters like to point out that the courts were very quick to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate Gardner and Tisaby, but they say they have been a lot slower to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate the threats against Gardner. Gardner right now only implicated by this indictment, not charged. Tisaby has pleaded not guilty. We're live in downtown St. Louis tonight. Jacob Long, 5 on Your Side.
New information.